My hair's a mess today. Listen, I can preach to you all day about compliment grabbing fragrances, but at the end of the day, do they work for you? It's time for you guys to speak up. I put a poll out there asking you guys, what is like a super unexpected compliment grabbing fragrance within your collection that has gotten you the attention that you definitely didn't expect, possibly hoped for, but was a shock? A lot of the people who watch my channel have 10, 20, 30, 40, 100 fragrances in their repertoire, but everybody has their signature go-to and everybody has that staple piece that just works. So I'm no longer gonna tell you what the compliment grabbing fragrances are, you are. So today I'm gonna be finding out what your compliment grabbing fragrances is, what scenario you received that compliment, and maybe you guys get put on by your own peers. Let's roll my fucking music so I can put you on to 10 guaranteed compliment getting fragrances because you said so.
We're all alone. Yeah, my friends from the south side. In case you cared, out of all your friends, I want to be Cuba.
Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. This your boy, C to the U to the B to the A. So I asked a question on the YouTube community tab. I was asking you guys, what fragrance surprised you by the amount of compliments that you got? And a few people answered, and I got 10 fragrances, ones that are duplicated, that maybe you guys should check out and definitely influence me to check out some as well. T-shirts available at mrcubaknow.com, link below. All right, so we're gonna read some of the responses and I'm gonna show them on screen as well. So Jay Bernstein 14 states, Tobacco Rose by BDK is my most complimented fragrance ever. I was at a concert and I got asked no less than 6 times. People are saying, you never get compliments like that. Well, he did. This fragrance is entirely slept on and in my opinion, a masterpiece. Now, personally, I don't remember smelling Tobacco Rose by BDK, but now I'm influenced to look into it. Like, I like the house of BDK. I have a good variety of fragrances from BDK, but I don't remember smelling Tobacco Rose. I feel like I have a sample of it, but if this fragrance has the potential of getting you compliments in a concert where there's hundreds, if not thousands of people, and you get 6 inquiries, I'm like, yo, what are you smelling like? 1, you must be a hot individual. 2, then this must be a hot fragrance. So I'm influenced, I'm intrigued. Clearly that's a compliment grabbing fragrance and one that you should maybe look into. Next one. So the next one is by Hendrix Wilson. I feel like I know who that is. And they indicated Aaron Terrence Hughes Neon was the one for me. I never thought I could find anything that can seamlessly crush Hachivat. The projection is crazy. Aaron Terrence Hughes Neon, I don't have, and I have a lot of Aaron Terrence Hughes fragrances that he sent over to me, but Neon is not one of them. But what I can vouch for is that the performances on the majority of these fragrances are absolutely insane. Aaron Terrence Hughes does mad scientist, I'm gonna wake up Frankenstein type elements in these fragrances that have crazy performance. And clearly for Hendrix, this is one that is a staple in his piece. Definitely one that I have to go see if I have a sample of that as well, because if he's saying it crushes Hachivat, and Hachivat is an amazing scent profile by the house of Nishane, in that vein of Aventus-ish with that bergamot pineapple, that sweetness, that musky vibe, that black currant. If Neon crushes that space, then I'm interested. I don't know about you. Next one. Lawless One indicated this summer was St. John by City Rhythm. Straight banger compliment machine. City Rhythm, I've been seeing things about City Rhythm more and more on my Instagram feed. It's definitely a house that I want to check out a little bit more. I do have a fragrance from City Rhythm. Don't remember which one it is, to be honest with you, right offhand. And I personally have never heard of St. John. So for those of you who have smelled anything from City Rhythm, do you have a particular banger that has the same effect as St. John, or do you agree with the St. John sentiment from City Rhythm? Leave it in the comment below, but clearly they were shocked that this got the compliments that it got. Next one. The next one is by I Eat Green Fleas. Okay. I was surprised by how many compliments I got with Armaf Lagasse. It's a Platinum Egoist clone. On the other hand, I have yet to receive a single compliment on Latafa Assad, which is very surprising to me. I haven't smelled Lagasse in a long time. I do remember the scent profile. I think they have a couple of Platinum Egoist clones. The one that I used to have, I believe, was called Beau Acute by Armaf. But the Lagasse one, I don't feel that I've ever spoke about on the channel, and I don't think I even have it anymore. So it might be one that I might want to revisit at this point and re-buy the fragrance, because clearly it's a compliment grabbing fragrance for them, and maybe it could be for me. I am a fan of Platinum Egoist. I have the original Platinum Egoist, an old school OG version. As you guys know, I like having clones and the originals of the same fragrance. So why not put you guys on, save you guys a little bit of coin, and maybe revisit revisit it and actually showcase it on the channel because it worked for I Eat Green Fleas. The next one is by Persephone, Dior Oud Ispahan in History de Parfums 1748. In both instances, I have worn and had women pinching my butt and whispering very suggestive things. I want to hear what they're suggesting. Of course, that was years ago. Right. And he said, I suggested for a woman in hot weather D&G Imperatrice number 3, and that got me married with 2 sets of triplets. He thinks a Latina has a problem. 2 sets of triplets? I'm sorry, and I'm not paying child support. Yeah, that was a staple that my shorty wore on the regular. Something about it had this incredible addictive quality, this sexy factor off of my chick's pH, and clearly it's not just my chick, but now I'm producing kids out here. Cuba is the real walking IVF in these streets. Next one. Next one is by Chris Harmon, Versace Man Oh Fresh. Been getting compliments whenever I wear it for over 10 years and I'm not surprised. It is a compliment beast. For me, it's super played out, but the type of area that I'm in, it was a real consistent go-to for a lot of people for a reason, right? Just because it's played out to me and kind of redundant and whack, I still own it, doesn't mean it don't pull compliments. This is a fact. It's an absolute compliment grabbing fragrance that is a very polarizing scent profile at this point. A lot of people rock with it. A lot of people can't mess with it at all because they're just exhausted and tired of this scent profile. But when something works, it works, and clearly it still works for over a decade for this dude. So maybe you guys should visit it if you haven't tried Versace Au Fresh. Next one. So this is the only fragrance in the list that has been mentioned twice, and honestly, I haven't smelled it. So guess who's influenced to get it now, and I'm probably gonna order it today to see if these hypes are real. 2 times in 2 different comments as shown on the screen, MFK's Gentle Fluidity Silver was mentioned. Henny312, let me guess what you drink on the weekends. Gentle Fluidity Silver by MFK. Started off the day with a couple of compliments, but still got a couple more compliments at the end of my shift. Didn't see that coming. Full disclosure, I did layer it with Molecule 01 before I left the house. Molecule 01 being that absentee landlord scent profile that I never smelled, is supposed to be used as a nice base or layering scent profile to help enhance or boost the scent profile of particular fragrances. I mean, I've done it once and it did work. Molecule 01, some people rock it by themselves and tend to get a ton of compliments off of it. I've never smelled it myself. Like literally, never smelled it. But apparently if you mix it with Gentle Fluidity Silver, for Henny, that joint got compliments morning and afternoon. So who am I to say no? Followed by Vincent Hush, who indicated Gentle Fluidity and Xerjoff Zefiro. Yes, Gentle Fluidity Silver is a compliment grabbing monster. These are 2 individuals who probably don't know each other who share the same passion for that same fragrance. Compliment grabbing. Next one. Now Alexander wrote in and saying Dua's clone, Ultimate Rendezvous, a clone of Yves Saint Laurent L'Homme Ultime, got 5 compliments in a week while wearing at work. Literally had this one girl grab me by the shirt mid-convo, call HR, and she was all up in my neck asking me what I was wearing. So I've never had that. I've never had that, honey. Never. She's always listening. My dude said a clone YSL Ultime, which I do not like. Correction, let me backtrack. I smelled it, did a video of it years ago. Go back and check that old video. I mean, it might be 380p as that video is so granulated and blurry, but I did not think that fragrance was anything special. But I might be one of the few who don't. Because this dude damn near got a chick sexually harassing him at work, talking about sniffing his neck and scratching his taint and tickling his balls because of this Dua Ultimate Rendezvous. So I don't have that one. I've never thought that I would want to get a clone of Yves Saint Laurent Ultime. Whoa, now I'm curious. I want to get grabbed by some random chick in the street and get, you know, my neck sniffed and shit like that. There's some way I know she heard that next one. This next one is from Freddie Ace, and when you start a conversation with Real Talk, listen up. Real Talk, after having 40 plus fragrances, the most I have ever gotten will be Perry Ellis Aqua Extreme. What? The most out of 40 fragrances is Perry Ellis Aqua Extreme. This is a fragrance that ranges from like $20 to $40. Never smelled it. I looked it up. I'm gonna buy it, because if your man has 40 fragrances, 40, that's a shitload of fragrances. And you're gonna tell me your most complimented ever out of 40 fragrances is Perry Ellis Aqua Extreme? I'm intrigued. Now, how often are you wearing this fragrance? Is it the most complimented because you wear it the most? But maybe he's wearing it the most because he gets the most compliments on it, which in turn makes him wear it the most out of all those 40 fragrances, because if it works, it works. Almost every day I wore it, compliments out of the woodworks. Trust me, let's not talk about how much I spent. Probably spent like $10 on a fragrance. Out of 40 fragrances where you got thousands of dollars into it, a $20 fragrance is doing all the compliments that 39 of them can't do. It's not about what you spend on a fragrance. It's about what this fragrance can do for the people around you, what it does off of your skin, and what magic unravels from that scent profile. Sexy and compliment doesn't come from a price tag. A fly looking bottle and a dope presentation does not automatically get you bussy. Spending $300-400 on a fragrance doesn't automatically say, yo, I'm gonna be different and I'm gonna get these compliments. Sometimes it's the freshy, aquatic, basic-y type of scent profiles that are non-offensive, that bring that familiarity, bring that compliment grabbing, give that airiness. You don't gotta spend all this kind of bread to get compliments. That's stupid. You can buy a $20 fragrance from fucking Marshalls or TJ Maxx and get all the compliments that you're looking for. Ask Pretty. Sorry if I'm butchering this name, but it looks like it says Prick. Ooh. Ferrari Silver Essence has gotten me quite a number of compliments over the years, especially from older ladies 40 plus. Yes. Now what I can say about the Ferrari fragrances is that they're sleepers. Chad from A Gentleman's Journey, you can go check out his channel, sweetheart of a guy, lives out in Canada. He's a big proponent of the Ferrari like collection. He even sent me a couple as a gift. I have collection. I don't have Silver Essence that I can remember in that stash, but they actually make a pretty decent scent. Good performance, very easy compliment grabbing scent profiles, and clearly Ferrari Essence is for the cougar, that MILF, that cuarentona. And nowadays a 40-year-old doña don't look like a 40-year-old 20 years ago. I'm gonna tell you that right now. The 40-year-old right now is ripe, okay? So if Ferrari's Silver Essence is pulling it for you, then use that to your advantage, prick. There you go. 10 guaranteed compliment grabbing fragrances that came from you guys. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. Check the community board. I'm gonna start putting a lot of questions up there and you guys could be featured on the next video. I'll see y'all stitches next time. You know who it is, biggest in the game. I'm gonna be doing some spending today. Smooches.
What's fresh? Who's best? Wanna know who's gonna pass the test? For the fly gun holder, money folder, motor roller, start tag when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.